We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Mavericks in Dallas. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
Whoa!
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
6 to shoot. And Adams kicks to Levine. Stolen by Walker. Howard dishes to Harden. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And the basket by Harden.
Listen, guys, James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA. Arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
And a wide open look for Walker. Almost, but it rolls out.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And they'll keep possession. Ibaka. Eunice with the steal. And Harden with the stuff.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Ariza with the bucket. And James Harden really an offense unto himself, as Greg was just talking about. They had a stat which combined three-pointer made and point makes created with the pass. Harden was first, and Clark, it wasn't even close.
Well, that was a mouthful in terms of breaking down those analytics, but I tell you what, he does a great job of attacking and finding teammates for threes. I can put it simply that way.
Levine kicks to Ibaka. Westbrook drives in to the middle. Levine can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden third overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreke Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
Here's Levine, and nothing is falling for him right now. It's Harden with the drive.
And nice job again that time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
Stolen by Harden. Here we go, one-on-one. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Harden's got 12 in the game. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense. coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract. But it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny.
Ibaka, the pass to Westbrook. Stolen by Harden. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Westbrook with the steal. To the paint. They need this one. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night. Walker with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Harden dishes to Howard. Back to Harden. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Russell Westbrook. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, two guys who had been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Monte Eunice. Ariza goes in. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Levine. Harden with the defensive effort.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Screen by Ibaka. Clock at 6. Passes to Adams. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Westbrook again. It's Harden. Stolen by Westbrook. It's stolen by Ariza. Feeds it to Harden. Ariza sets a screen for Harden. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Russell Westbrook.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play. And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Durant gets to Adams. 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Houston making a switch here. Brewers checked in. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Mirotic comes in for Serge Ibaka. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Kevin. And it's Moutier in for Levine. Well, Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
Now the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. Kicks it to Mirotic. Pass to Moutier. Here's Morrow. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Morrow's got his first basket. Rockets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And that one misses.
At the line for your Rockets, Patrick Beverly.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Beverly, he gets it up. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Rockets on top, up by 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. Beasley out there with Moniunas. Then there's Andrew Goudlock. Then it's Jones. And it's Beverly in at the 1. Moniunas' shot is good.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Jones. Reza comes in for Michael Beasley. James Harden, he's checked in for Goudlock. And Walker subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Walker.
Johnson against Reza. 4 on the clock. Moutier. And count it from 19 feet away. Moutier's got his second bucket tonight. Good.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Morrow, the pass to Mirotic. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
The 3 from Morrow. That's good. Morrow's got 5 points so far.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Durant comes in for Mirotic. And Levine subbed in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Johnson penetrating. And stolen by Ariza. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Adams, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Howard. Decker comes in for Montiunas. Jones checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Beasley. Montiunas comes in for Decker. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Jones. And it's Harden in for Corey Brewer. It's Harden with the drive. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Westbrook again. It's Walker. Stolen by Walker. It's stolen by Adams. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Kicks it out to Johnson. And stolen by Ariza. The three from Harden. Shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he...
Whoa! Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I'll tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Levine can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Deflects the pass. Howard dishes to Walker. It's Harden with the drive. And he gets the bucket. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And stolen by Howard. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And the jam by Harden.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
4 on the clock. Knocks it loose. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
for the Rockets. Monteunice is checked in for Capella. Riza comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Kemba Walker in for Patrick Beverley. That's tipped. Harden the pass to Monteunice. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. Inside. Here's Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Walker against Westbrook. Screen by Howard. And Harden wide open. He shoots. From outside, off the mark. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
There's a screen by Monteunice, and it's blocked. Right side, Westbrook. Outside, Durant. Here's Levine. But they get it back. Howard against Durant. Here's Cantor. And it's sent back by Howard. Left side, Walker. And here's Harden for 3. Harden missing again. A 3 ball. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Levine.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
What a performance from Harden here. He's got 24 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Levine is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 roaming the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
It's Durant on the wing. Defended by Beverly. To tie. Beasley with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Mirotic the screen. Johnson dishes to Adams. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Johnson can't hit. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Beverly. Off the inbound, no good. Adams, the pass to Mirotic. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
They get it back. Adams. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Adams has got 6 points.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Mirotic. Durant comes in for Wesley Johnson. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Moutier. There's a screen by Motiejunas. And it's Walker penetrating. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Here's LaVine. Motiejunas grabs the miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Rockets leading by 3. Now Walker, he has 5. Howard setting the pick for Walker. To the inside. Motiejunas has the open look. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Durant. Rockets with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
It's Harden with the drive. Kicks it out to Ariza. And it's Harden slamming it down. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
Shot's good. 8 points for Ariza.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. It's Westbrook with the drive. Got a hand on it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ariza kicks to Walker. And the pass to Jones. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40, mostly because he only took threes, or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting threes.
Montejunas is checked in for the Rockets. Thunder trailing by 13. Here's Mirotic. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Dishes it to Moutier. Johnson in the corner. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ariza. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And here's Moutier. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Johnson attacking. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Howard with the steal. They're running. Kicks it out to Harden. .124 left to play in the third. Off on the layup. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Los Angeles. Moutier uses the glass to finish the layup. Moutier's got 6 points.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
And that one's good. That's now 32 points for James Harden.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Johnson against Ariza. Here's Morrow. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. He has 7.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Here's Harden. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Harden's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Morrow dishes to Cantor. Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off target with his 3. Ariza has the open look. Misses there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. We've got Antetokounmpo. Corey Brewer is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Beasley. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Beverley, the pass to Brewer. The dish to Capella. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Antetokounmpo kicks to Capella. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Houston moving it around. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Thunder trailing 5-15. The wide open look for Durant. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Check out the game for Durant. He has 11 points now and 3 assists as well.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Brewer is just to Beasley. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant. 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
That's really the only thing that's going to get them back into this game, if there's still even a chance of them doing that.
And the big thing is making plays at the defensive end. They can worry about offense once they get the ball, but stops are the priority.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple years ago. Arrow seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Ariza against Durant. It's stolen by Ariza.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their effort. And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team. No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stay.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket, and you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Howard kicks to Moniunas from the left block, and he can't bank that one in. Thunder trailing 5-15. Outside Durant. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Howard. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
It's deflected. And it's Houston on the break. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 38 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Levine. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The kick out to Walker. Poked away. Stolen by Levine. Durant against Ariza. Durant kicks to Levine. No good with the triple.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
And here we go. Rockets running again. And the jam by Harden.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, created havoc out there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Moutier kicks to Mirotic. Clock at 4 to stop the run. Not enough on that one as it misses. Harden outside. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
Houston leading by 19 points. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. But they'll get another chance. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. Moutier pass to Adams. The 3 from Morrow. That drops. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. It's Beasley on the wing. And there's the feed to Harden. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
And the Thunder making a change here. Durant's checked in.
Well, with Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring, but pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
102 left in the fourth quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Thunder.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James Harden. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Durant. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the back.
Oh. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy.
Oh,
I don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
That free throw missing.
At the line for your Rockets, Patrick Beverly.
No luck that time either. So we see Houston taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke.